Hey guys, Dr. Vu here for another medical Let's Play, a unique style of Let's Play where I play medical-based video games with the eyes and knowledge of a doctor. Almost. But anyway, today we're going to be playing Amateur Surgeon 2. This was a game that a lot of Classy Komodo here recommended that I play, and I gave it a shot. I actually intended to do the first game, but then I found out that there was a sequel to it, and the sequel was just way better than the first game. So I decided to make the video on that instead of the first one, but I'll be showing clips from the first game to show how much of an improvement the second game actually was. The premise of this game was to show how an idiot pizza delivery boy actually, ran into an injured person, and he was able to make use of everyday materials and become almost a master surgeon pretty much. So the sequel takes place about 50 years after the first game, so let's jump right into it. Okay, let me turn it up a little bit. Alright, got some pretty epic music going on in the background, but I'm actually not going to play the entire game because there's actually 2 acts with, I don't know, 10-15 stages per act, so I'm just going to show you guys 3 of the stages in this game just so you guys get an idea of how fun this actually is. And you know, it's not like an emulator or anything, so you don't need to worry about downloading anything. Just go straight on the Adult Swim website and play it. So I'm just going to play the first stage just like I did with Trauma Center, just to show you guys the basics of this game. And yeah, let's start it. And since I'm not really going to go into the story with this, I'm just going to skip it. Alright, and you can see that he's pretty much still conscious. And yeah, let's start. Alright, so the way you heal up these smaller wounds in this game is to actually use the lighter, and wow, everything just blacked out for a second. This is the problem with using Wirecast, but okay. You actually have to cauterize the wound, which in real life is not the most practical thing. It's actually one of the last things you should do, and this game just has you using a lighter and you apply it to the wound. When in real life, if you really did have to cauterize a wound, you would take something that's, what's the word I'm looking for? Something that conducts heat, like a metal rod or something, and get it really hot on a fire. And then you apply it to the bleeding wound, and, man, you go to town, I guess. And, yeah, what cauterizing does is you actually burn kind of the vessels or the skin to where it actually stops the bleeding, so you somewhat seal the wound. And then in this game, you have this kind of paint away gel, this miracle green stuff that's like in every surgery game. And yeah, so now we have to remove these shards of glass using looks like tongs instead of forceps. So you can see how they really didn't have to stretch the mind too much there. In the first game, they didn't have these sutures; they actually had staples, which I'll show right now. Alrighty, so like I just said, in the first game you actually have to use the staples, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. So you just take it, close up part of the wound, and you staple out the other part of the wound. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 depending on how well your stapling is. But, yep, that's it. Okay, so anyway, we're going to be using these sutures, and I actually, since I've played this game before, I've leveled up a lot of these abilities, and it actually took, you see how I actually had to go up and down a few times? It actually took a little bit more than that, but since I leveled up the skill, I'm able to suture in just like a V motion pretty much. And that was the other cool thing that I really liked in this game, is that you're able to level up the skills. I'm using a vacuum here to get rid of all the blood. You actually get more points by having a clean patient. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you can... Oh shit. I was talking so much that I actually ran out of time. But wow, that's very embarrassing. But yeah, you kind of get the gist of the game, and I'm trying to not be embarrassed for looking like a noob. But okay, so we'll make that the first stage. And spoilers, they show who the bad guy is, so yeah. Alright, so we're gonna skip that, see how they kind of darken it. And now the main gimmick is that you actually have to do this in the dark. So you have a, I guess they say that he's holding a torch, but Alright, so the first thing that I usually do in this stage, I played it quite a few times, is to heal, because you're going to need it. Healing is also very much more efficient in this game, and I'll show you guys a clip from the first one. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how annoying it was to heal in the first game. You have to take the corkscrew and the pain away, and now this little circle appears, and I know you can't, well, you actually can see the mouse because of the little yellow bar, but you have to follow the red circle around for a few seconds, and you heal about 10 health. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. And so like I said, I was healing a lot of, I leveled up a lot of my skills, so this one actually makes it really easy. I mean, the purpose of healing is to actually, kind of like the game of Operation, you have to stay within the lines and don't touch the sides. They actually made it a bit more complicated if you didn't have it leveled up. There's actually more twists and turns. This is one of the more annoying things in this game is these poison patches. You actually have to use the syringe and you pop it. The other game had you actually take the pizza cutter and you actually had to slice the wound open and then do it. I won't bother showing you a clip because that's just retarded. But yeah. See, you can see how challenging this is since vision is very limited, just like that gimmick stage in my trauma center video. So you have to cauterize each of the wounds and then you'll be able to progress further in the game. And I'm not worrying about the score, so I'm not going to vacuum up all the blood. Alright, so that's the first part. Yeah, a lot of these missions have several parts to it, so that's why you always got to manage your time. Cauterize the wound. Use this pain away gel, and then we move on to the next part. And my health is still pretty good, so I'm not too worried about that. Alright, see, you saw they have, this is the tough part. It's kind of like the Savato of this game, is that big B inside of him. Oh shit. Oh my god. Calm down. Alright, there we go. And if you don't get these poison patches too much, they actually spread throughout the body, and that makes it really annoying. And I don't know if I need to vacuum these up, but I'd rather not have it spread throughout, just in case. And I actually anticipate this part coming. You actually have to use the car battery, which is the same thing in the first game. They had a car battery too. But I think it's a little bit more efficient in this game. It's a lot faster. Oh, wow. That bee really made me lose a lot of health. Gonna heal up a little bit. Oh, come on. Oh, it's too slow. Had to take that chance to go get him. Every time that bee flies in, he actually makes a little wound. And yeah, you can see how many there are. I actually had to concentrate a good bit when I was playing by myself. And now since I'm talking to y'all, I'm just hoping that I don't screw up and look like a noob. I want to get him so bad, but I need to heal. So this game's like very repetitious, but you know, like any kind of surgery game, you know, it's all about speed. So you'll be able to manage your time really well and follow the enemy's attack patterns. Like I know this bee flies around about 2 to 3 times before he lands, so he just landed once. So I know that I have about him flying by about 2 times before I need to get the car battery ready. That's 1. Yeah, I'm taking this time to heal up real quick. I think I'm pretty much gonna lose. I think my time is gonna expire, and I think if it expires, I get like about 2 seconds before the game fails me. Yeah. Ah, man, looking like a noob, like always. I'm actually gonna replay it because my ego as a gamer will force me to beat this game. Okay, here we go. Ready this time. See, the hardest part is just the start of this. Once you heal up most of the wounds and oh my god, calm down. Okay, once you heal up most of the wounds and get rid of all the poison, it's actually, wow, where did I lose all that health? Okay, so that was weird. Alright, one more time so that I keep my health up. What the heck? Oh, just in time, I think. Because he only spews out the... Oh my god. He only spews out the poison when you get him. Wow, that was fast. No! Got him. One more try. Video game rules of 3. Always 3 hits. Okay, so he might land on the next one like he did the other time, so I'll be ready. Bam, that's it. Try hard mode, right? Oh my god. Please do not let me fail at the last moment. Let's paint away. Alright, see, I kind of feel a little bit happy now that I didn't look like a complete noob this time around. Alright, sew him up. That was absolutely terrible. And there we go. Okay, so that was pretty crazy. Yes, that was. So we're gonna do operation on a pig. And now, okay, cool. I actually get to show you the chainsaw right away. To remove organs and stuff in the body, they actually want you to use the chainsaw. So you take it and you just run it down. I have the chainsaw maxed out, so wow, we're putting a thumb on the pig, and so yeah, with the chainsaw, it actually shakes a lot, and if you miss somewhat, you actually inflict a lot of damage on yourself. But the more you level up the chainsaw, the more steady it is. So it's almost like using the scalpel, pretty much at the max level, which is what I have it at. But yeah, originally, like this part, if you didn't have a max chainsaw, your chainsaw would be flying everywhere, and wow, totally missed. Would be moving everywhere, and you would probably inflict a lot of damage to yourself. So if I didn't have max chainsaw, I would have probably healed up a good bit before I started using it, just because of how much damage you inflict to yourself. But in this game, I mean, having it maxed out is, like I said, just like the scalpel, so it's pretty cool. Whoa, dropping it, losing health. Okay, and now the weird part is that you had to insert this type intel. And I mean, I know that this is a video game, and I mean, this is you were probably replacing the vocal cords from what I gathered. But this is kind of where I got lost for a little bit, and I definitely had to replay the stage a few times to figure out what the heck I'm supposed to do. Come on. Alright. So, let's see. I know I'm kind of going out of order, but after you chainsaw things out of the body, you have to cauterize it, and then you have to use the gel to put it in place. Kind of like what I did with the thumbs on the outside, and now we have to kind of put this type intel into place. And I mean, this is an electronic item, so, you know, it clicked to me, hey, let's use the car battery and start it. And now I didn't know what to do, and then I failed the stage like 3 times, like legit times. And I figured out, wait, it's a type intel, so let's type. Wow. I was way too slow, but muddy. And to get rid of these burn wounds, you actually have to use the vacuum. So you actually have to inflict the wound, gather blood, and then you're able to use the vacuum to kind of spit out the blood onto the fire and get rid of it. Why am I failing at this typing? Sausage. Okay, let's heal before I die. Kind of have to multitask here. Let's get rid of this real quick. How much blood? Oh my god. Am I gonna look like a noob on this game again? No! He's gonna die! Oh my god. So that was just a fun little game, just to show how everyday items can be used in surgery. Don't do it. I hope I didn't need to say that at all. I mean, risk of bacteria and all that good stuff. Death, that's a pretty big thing too. But it's fun to stretch the imagination, and I love games like that. You know, it kind of gives people an insight into the medical world. I mean, I know this was totally fictitious, like most games are, but it's just fun to see, like I said, how you can stretch your imagination, you know, relate things medically, like a scalpel was related to a pizza knife. Defibrillator was a car battery. Tongs and forceps. It's just like fun to do stuff like that, and I really appreciate how like the creators of this game made a very well made game, and I mean, and people enjoy it. I mean, let's see. Okay, well maybe people didn't enjoy it that much because it only got a let me see, yeah, 6.6. I don't know how. I mean, I love the game, but I mean, each to himself, right? I mean, I'm just a nerd like that, and of course I'm gonna like a doctor game, like almost being a doctor myself. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed my other videos. This is Dr. Vu, and as always, stay classy.